Now, this is a great day. Just woke up, got through a conference call, which happened on the Richmond July 3rd to July 5th. So that gives me a lot of time to raise hell. And also, it gives me a lot of time to be around fellow Republicans, honor and love a country. Also, it gives me a lot of time to give lip service to liberals and Democrats and let them know the game has changed in this governor's race. The game has changed in November 2020. And the game is no longer a game because playtime is over. Now, let me get this out the way before I get started because you know how it's about to go. God is good all the time. And I repeat that. God is good all the time. Now, first off, I want to congratulate the winners of their primaries yesterday. Scott Taylor, you did what you had to do, and you're going to get my full support. You won it fair and square. So that's just the way it is. Mr. Gade, you ran your campaign. You did what you had to do, and you will get my full support. And John Collick, my friend in arms, I remember when your campaign had 6 people in the building. I remember exactly when you put up the posts about you was having your first campaign meeting. And I sent you over a message because I felt Republican should not go at it alone and not have the proper support. And I gave you that call and asked, can I be involved? You did it from the ground up. And you have my respect. You are my brother in the Republican Party that I will go to hell and high water to make sure you are elected. We got problems, people. I got a problem with Mark Warner. I got a problem with Bobby Scott. I got a problem with Joe Biden. And I got a problem with Democrats and liberals. I got a lot of problems that I got to fix. And one by one, I'm going to get it done one way or the other. Our country is more important than ever now. We are in World War III. And we having a civil war here in America. What does that say, people? We fighting ourselves while fighting for our independence from other countries. More than ever, it is so important. It is incumbent on you to choose our next leadership wisely. We see exactly the cowards of patriots, and we see the cowards of politicians. And the one thing they all got in common, they have been con artists on the American people for far too long. I'm seeing people above the law that needs to be in prison. You can see Hillary Clinton running around, and that's a prime example. See, I call it like I see it. And my mind is old with wisdom. And it's like a sponge when it comes down to other conservatives that help guide my path. But in the long run of things, I got to make that tough call and that tough decision. I got to spend my time saying what is in the best interest of the Commonwealth of Virginia and what is in the best interest of my country. That's a patriot's call. This is a Republican roll call. This is also a roll call for Democrats that think they got it easy. You don't. See, when you have somebody like me who has nothing to lose, when you have people in this country and citizens in fear that have nothing to lose, they are the most dangerous set of voters, the most dangerous set of patriots that you can encounter. When the militias was formed, there was people with nothing else to lose because they already saw their country being taken over by tyrants and foreign agents. I call on you patriots once again. Because Scott Teller, you're going to have a tough fight with Elaine Luria. And I know I'm going to have to help clear some of that Red Sea so we can free our people. Mr. Gate, you had the toughest challenge unseating a career politician that should have been term limited a long time ago. He is a cancer and a virus that I had to stomp out and figure out the cure. And trust me, the treatment is not going to be given out easily. And John Collick, you will have a fighter in your corner that won't leave you behind. Because you didn't leave America behind when you fought for this country. Now it's time. Now it's time for us to get ready for November 2020. As Rutledge is getting ready for November 2021. And I got to do what I got to do to win. Now, I give all my thanks and all my love for the keyboard gangsters, for those patriots knocking door to door, for those sending out emails all over the place to say Rutledge is in this race and it's time for us to vet and check him out, just like the rest of the candidates. I'm not playing by identity politics. I'm playing by love of country. My heart and my soul is with the American people, and we got to start talking to the voters, to their heart and to their soul. This is how we win elections. And right now, we got cannibals and leeches, the worst of the worst, human scum, and they are called Democrats and liberals. I ain't going to talk easy because I don't pity them. They know what they are doing. They are destroying our country brick by brick. And patriots have to go back and put that brick back on and put a barrier attached to it so the liberals can't get in. Our lives has changed so much in the last 3 months. We have seen a lockdown. We have seen politicians appease the mob. We have seen the cowards run from the fire that American patriots are left back behind, still fighting. Our guns is loaded with our Bible attached to our belt because our sword, our rod, and our staff will comfort us into the night. And a leader has to be the one to take charge of exactly going into that night so people can see the light. I'm here because I love my country. I love everybody in it, whether you agree with me or don't agree with me. The right to disagree will be protected. That's because I need for people to know the truth from the lies. Now, we got President Donald J. Trump. And I know that comes with cheers and applause. Versus somebody who should be in a nursing home. Somebody who can't remember what state he's in. Somebody who is being used by the Democratic machine to take power and put their own people in. That's a puppet. Now, I have to weigh out what is in the best interest of the country, like so many of you, when you go to the ballot box in November and know our country depends on your vote. Us moving forward depends on your heart and your soul, not only for the Republican Party, but for God, country, and family. Your decision of whether to go into the night with a general, that's going to lead you to the light. That's what's on the line here in November. More than ever, fellow patriots, those who are now taking up arms that haven't had to take it up before because you know that these viruses are trying to make it into your house, trying to take your personal property without eminent domain. They're trying to have the blue coats in your house telling you they get to stay there and you can't do anything about it. That's what's being stopped here. That's what's on the line here. We are in war against each other because of the political machine. More than ever, they say that America is divided. No, America is not divided. It's just politicians playing games with the American people as pawns on a chessboard. Me, I'm just like this. I like to flip over the chessboard, kick a little ass, put my rook, and shove it right up their ass. Because my country is more important than their feelings, and you know that quote. As Republicans, as those who fly their flag proudly, whatever flag it may be, those who refuse to kneel before any man, but only will kneel before God and his throne. We are becoming few, not the many. And we got to stop the damage before it gets out of control. And we know and seeing it out of control. Now the government wants to raise our kids without the guidance of family and our ancestors who have made sure our kids have marvelous lives and opportunity, not socialism with limited chance. We bled for this. We shedded tears. The sweat from your brow is representation of what hard work means for this country. John F. Kennedy said it best. It isn't about what your country can do for you. It's about what you patriots can do for your country. And right now, it's about taking our country back. Donald J. Trump, our president, he took on North Korea and told them, you're not going to bully America, nor is any other country. He took on China, that been robbing us blind for pennies on the dollar, saying you're not going to take on our country. Fears that we had under Democratic leadership is no longer there like it was before. When North Korea or these other countries fired the missile, people ran to their homes. Now they got put in their place because of strong leadership that didn't run or hide or play by the other politicians' playbook. He was smash mouth, unapologetic, being the bully to bullies, and being the leader for American people and love the country. He created tax reform that put more money into Americans' paychecks. Hiring and having more opportunity has been at record levels before the Democrats decided to try to destroy America with everything they got. He survived a Russian hoax that Democrats tried to bring up and walked off clean because he knew he had not betrayed the country, but he saw the traitors and those committing treason to America and its security. Donald J. Trump stepped up with criminal justice reform, real reform, and shut up the critics. Where men and women who thought they would not get a second chance on life are now contributing to society because Donald J. Trump believed in them from all walks of life. Donald J. Trump has stood in the front of reporters during this pandemic because he knew that the reporters was eating up what was really the truth here in America, and he was giving out the truth that I'll give America the right to fight for their lives, the right to decide their destiny, the right to be independent from an overreaching government, and told us straight up and loud and clearly that your leadership in your liberal states, in your liberal governments is weak. And we saw weakness outside of the false narratives that the liberal media brought out there. When he stood up there on the church in a time of crisis and went to God, did you notice that the rioting and the stupidity of liberals subsided? He said he would dominate because he knew you're trying to be a bully to your local and state politicians and legislate to terrorist acts. He said, I'm not playing by your game. Where do I go in a time of controversy? So I make a clear and wise decision of how hard I gotta hammer to stomp out the mischief, because the American people need to see leadership. They need to see a father of a nation to those riffraffs that are putting America and its businesses out of work. He saw the long run, not the short term, as he saw family after family lose their job and lose their security because governors was too hell-bent on making sure America stayed closed so they could win the election. Is your family and your family or anybody else's family more important than the politicians? Because that's what you live and wake up for. That's what you breathe for. To make sure the family bond is strong, but to make sure you're able to provide and put food on the table. Our country is more important than the lack of guidance of Democrats. When he put a ban on foreigners coming into this country because he wanted to put America first and handle America's interests first, because he got tired of seeing American people come last and government welfare go to people who ain't even U.S. citizens. That was leadership. Now they are silent from liberals talking about they are not having a problem with the ban because it's politically beneficial. But they was fighting it all the way across the line. When Trump said we need to build up a wall, and we have seen legal immigration reduce where other countries had to start taking on responsibility for their citizens. And America was showing them we will take care of the American people from any enemy, foreign or domestic. We saw leadership. Donald J. Trump is not a coward. He's a leader. When the media tried to discredit him, he stood up against the media, and you saw who won that battle. We now see the misinformation courses that are paid for by billionaires like Soros, millionaires like the Clintons, who should be locked up in the jail. We see Pelosi's and AOC's happy and bragging about the economy being destroyed and talking about we need to keep businesses and restrictions all the way up until November, where American families are trying to live day to day and wondering will the jobs still be there after America opens up. That's the fear right now. Now, when it comes down to Donald J. Trump and why I support him, I outlined numerous reasons why I support him. But right now, the reason why everybody in America needs to get on board. We are seeing our darkest hour. We are misplaced. And these months of lockdown has worn on people and their families, where people cannot go outside without being masked. where people have to be 6 feet away so they cannot discuss what's really going on here in America, where businesses are shuttered and angry that they cannot open up and provide for families and answer questions for their own. Now we are seeing everything has been a game led by a bunch of liberal clowns. Like I said, our country and what we know as America, that's why they're going after President Donald J. Trump, to cover up their skeletons. The skeletons in the dark past of what their party was really about. The reminders of history to let us know that's exactly what the devil wants. The devil is the only spirit or entity, person, whatever you want to call his son of a bitch ass, that will not want to exist. And that's exactly what's happening. They want to make sure America, as it is today, doesn't exist because it holds the secrets that they don't want the American people to know about. Now, as they attacked every part or facet of America, from religious freedom to the right to protest, the right to defend yourself, the right for the pursuit of happiness. That's what's going on here in America right now. An attack on us as the human race. There are certain patriots that stand in their way, and they got to purge that from society. My heart goes out to them, but my heart and soul just doesn't just go out to them. I want to be on the front lines fighting for my country. And that's exactly what every Republican needs to be doing. Stop the petty bullshit of the past. Mend your fences. Send out the olive branches. Our country is more important than petty beasts and makeup designs that you decide to be part of the swamp. Our establishments are enough of it. If there's ever a time where those who believe in country, believe in hard work, and understand life is not perfect, that's exactly what it's going to take for us to get past the smoke and mirrors that liberals have put out there. This is a Republican roll call because right now people think we won. What did we win? We won a primary. No, that ain't enough. We won primaries. Our country needs us to win for America. So when you go out, fellow candidates and patriots, and talk to the American people, you can't talk to them with fear. You can't be scared. You can't be intimidated. You can't worry about ruffling little feathers. You're going to have to step on toes. You're going to have to show your core. You're going to have to put it on the line and speak truth to power. Because they need leaders right now. Their leaders right now is not cutting. Right now, the cheese is being given out to the Democrats, and we need to cut off their supply. That's what it's going to take. We got to fight for America, where the Democrats is taking away everything that America stands for. We stood for freedom. We stood for opportunity. We stood behind patriots, and we stood with them. When they was out in war, we had women in factories helping make the bullets and the ammo and the supplies. Now we have the women standing next to us, firing their gun for love of country and saying, brother, you got a sister in arms that's ready to fight with you. So when you candidates go out there, understand this responsibility and this duty. You are fighting for America. Don't run from it. Don't be ashamed of it. When you walk into a room, you say, I'm here because of love and country. Love and good morals and values. America is not perfect like any other country. We have our mistakes. But those same mistakes have made us better. It has made us more powerful. It told us not to give up when the cards or the deck has been stacked against us. That's exactly what's going on right now. Now it's time for us to be the house and take over and win. We're going to have to get our hands dirty. The language ain't going to be so nice. We ain't being asked to be polite. Because right now, these animals are trying to eat up everything America has worked for. Now when a party colludes with a foreign agent and you see them not even flying the American flag, not even saying the Pledge of Allegiance, not even recognizing the Star-Spangled Banner, not defending our history, but working with the very ones destroying it. We are at war, people. Campaigning is not campaigning of yesterday because it's patriots that's going against the politicians of yesterday so we can take on a better future for our kids. That's what we're here for. We are here for those who's going to be left behind after we give out our last measure of devotion. This is that Republican roll call. Remember exactly what that Republican creed stood for. Remember exactly what America has been fighting for, and we got to finish off the job. We will not surrender. We will not bow down. We will not give up. We will not tuck tail. We will not run. That's what the politicians is there for. Now, when I'm in this race, just like any other candidate that's in this race, I'm fighting for the love of country. I'm fighting for the police that's out there protecting. I'm fighting for the farmers that's out there keeping America healthy and making sure there's pride every single day they go out there. I'm fighting for the people who are wondering how tomorrow's going to be and how they're going to provide for their family. I'm fighting for those who are trying to start a business and have that red tape cut from. I'm fighting for those who have put their life in line and their families with sacrifice for the military. I'm fighting for you. I'm fighting for exactly what they told you was fighting for overseas. But we have to fight for that here in America. And us patriots will not let you down. This is a tough day, just like any other day as we move forward. But my God, like I said, is good all the time. And like I said, we got to take this war straight to the devil's party. We got to bring it in the offense. We cannot let anybody feel like they left behind, even for those who act against us or feel like we are not the party of equality. We must show them and lead by example. They'll figure out the answer by action, not by spoken words. I call on you patriots to work harder than you ever have worked before by showing America that the patriots are taking back over and confidence is high that our country will not go back to these dark times. Now more than ever, you are just looking at. You are looking at those who won their primaries, those who put in the work, got their shoes a little warm, put on Timberland boots, put on camouflage gear, put on their musket, got called to muster. Now they are where they are at now. And now we got to make sure they make it to victory. That's what America needs, not what it wants. This is your 2021 candidate for governor of Virginia, Merle Rutledge, doing a Republican roll call for those who will defend their country, their family, and our freedoms. That's exactly why God put us in this place. And we will not let them down. For love of country, patriots.